Something's shifting in Africa, and it's not just politics. While Western powers focus on Ukraine, inflation, and elections, Russia has quietly been rewriting the balance of power on an entirely different continent. It's subtle, it's strategic, and it's happening faster than anyone expected. At first glance, it looks like business as usual, trade deals, military partnerships, smiling photo ops at summits. But behind those public gestures lies a long game, a plan that stretches beyond oil and arms. Putin's interest in Africa isn't random. It's deliberate, born out of both necessity and opportunity. After years of sanctions and diplomatic isolation, Moscow needed new allies, new markets, and new influence. And what better place than a continent rich in untapped resources, political instability, and governments eager to break free from Western control? In Putin's eyes, Africa isn't just a partner. It's the last major frontier in the global power race. Since 2017, Russia has signed more than 40 military cooperation agreements with African nations. Countries like Sudan, Mali, and the Central African Republic, places that the West once dominated, are now hosting Russian military advisors, private contractors, and intelligence officers. The Wagner Group, now under official state control, has become Moscow's quiet muscle. They protect presidents, they train local forces, and they secure gold mines, diamond fields, and energy sites, not for the host country's benefit, but to fund and expand Russia's reach. But here's what's genius. Russia isn't spending billions like the US or China. They're offering something cheaper: security and loyalty. And in unstable nations where coups happen every few years, that's worth more than money. Moscow has also weaponized diplomacy. At the Russia-Africa summits, Putin offers partnerships without conditions. Unlike Western aid, there are no lectures about democracy, no demands for reform, just mutual benefit. To struggling leaders, that message hits home. In return, these nations often back Russia at the United Nations, abstaining from anti-Russia resolutions or openly supporting Moscow's positions. That's not coincidence, that's strategy. And with each new ally, Russia chips away at Western dominance in the global south. Then comes the economics. Russian companies have quietly moved into Africa's energy, mining, and agricultural sectors. For example, in Zimbabwe, Russian investments in platinum mining have skyrocketed. In Sudan, Moscow has negotiated for a naval base on the Red Sea, giving Russia a military foothold on one of the world's busiest trade routes. And across the continent, Russian wheat exports, especially after Ukraine's blockade, have become a lifeline for food security. Every ton of grain, every gun deal, every handshake adds another thread to a web of influence that can't easily be undone. While the West debates and sanctions, Russia builds relationships. And here's the irony. The more the US and Europe pressure African leaders to choose sides, the more those leaders turn toward Moscow and Beijing. It's a classic geopolitical vacuum. When one power pulls out, another fills the space. And right now, Putin is filling it faster than anyone else. But beneath all this lies a deeper motive: legacy. Putin knows time is running out, both politically and economically. If Russia can't match the West technologically, it will do so strategically, through alliances, influence, and access. Africa gives him that stage: 54 countries, 54 potential allies, and a continent eager to be heard. This isn't colonialism reborn. It's colonialism rebranded. Not through invasion, but through invitation. So while the world keeps its eyes fixed on Ukraine, the real chessboard may be thousands of miles away. Because when the next major global crisis erupts, whether it's energy, food, or security, Russia will have the leverage it's been quietly building for years. And by the time the rest of the world wakes up to it, it might already be too late. In the next video, we'll uncover how China's silent expansion in the same regions could either clash with or complement Russia's influence, and what that means for the future of Africa's independence.